Hi, I'm Andrew Wasson. Thanks for tuning in to my weekly guitar blog. It's November 18th, 2012, and this week we're going to run through the finger-picked chords from my November 16th Creative Guitar Studio video lesson titled Chords from Chart to Neck. Now, the question was posted on the comments section of that video by Shred Guitar Man 430. He lives out in Italy, and his comment read, "Andrew, any chance you could discuss the chord finger picking from your intro piece from this vid on your Sunday GuitarBlog? It sounds like it's in 6/8. Thumbs up my comment if anyone else wants to learn the chords too. Thanks for another great vid, Andrew. You're a legend, buddy, from Shred Guitar Man 430. Well, thanks for that great comment, and I noticed there were quite a few thumbs up just within, I guess, a matter of hours of that comment getting posted. There was something over 16 thumbs up right away, so we're doing it. And I guess let's not waste any time. Let's just start by zooming in on the guitar so we can begin the explanation of the 6/8 time finger picking concept I used in the piece from that video lesson. Before we go through all the chord changes that are a part of this piece, I wanted to begin by taking a look at our right hand technique. Now, the thumb will be taking care of the 6th string exclusively. And then when we get into the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, which are the other popular strings for this piece, we're going to be using our index, middle, and ring fingers exclusively on those strings. So this makes it a great pattern if you're a beginner, if you don't have a lot of finger picking experience. All you're doing is going across the strings in the same manner for pretty much 90% of the piece. So we're going thumb, index, middle, ring, middle, index, pretty well through the whole course of events. Okay, so now let's go over to the other hand and check out the harmony that's happening for this particular tune. In the first section, I have a series of chords from the F sharp minor tonality. I begin at 2nd position, and I use my thumb in the bass for a low F sharp at 2nd fret, 6th string. I'm going to be fretting out frets 4 and 2 across from 4th string into the 3rd and 2nd with that shape, barring with my index finger to catch those 2 notes on the 3rd and 2nd strings. Now we're going to apply that finger picking pattern that we were just discussing, and we do it for 2 measures. Then what we're going to do is move up to a G, so my thumb will again take that low G bass note, and then ring, middle, and index will take the 5th, 4th, and 3rd frets this time of the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Then we'll move down to an open E minor. So if you are astute with your knowledge of harmony and theory, as we move across this line, you'll notice that I've borrowed the G major and the E minor chords from the F sharp Phrygian harmony. So that line is more F sharp Phrygian oriented. But if we move along next to our second line, it's very similar to the first. However, I've stayed within the harmony this time of the F sharp natural minor for this entire line. I've replaced the chords of G and E minor with the chords of A major, played again with thumb in the bass, similar fingering to G major. I'm just really taking the G shape up to A, and then I'm down off of open strings E major. So here's the second line, coming into A, okay. Now in the next section I move into the relative major harmony with some scale lines that show up after the first measure of this section. Blending scales with finger picking is a really great sound, so this should be an interesting line to cover with you. Now we're going to start off here a little bit differently. Instead of having our thumb in the bass like we were doing on those previous A major chords, this time we're going to go into open A 5th string, using the same voicing for chord, however, 7, 6, and 5 from the 4th string. Then we're going to go into a scale line coming from open 6th. We'll have open 6th string, and then we'll have a 2nd fret E on 4th string, and then we'll go down the scale, 4th fret, 2nd, and 1st on 3rd string, returning back to that 2nd fret E on 4th. Then we're going to take an F sharp minor color here by doing the low 2nd fret, F sharp with my thumb here. You can see I'm grabbing it with thumb. Then I get 4th fret on the 4th string, and then we're going to go down to A and G sharp, covering down below into the notes of a C sharp minor arpeggio. So we have G sharp, E, and C sharp in the bass there. Then we'll move up to a 5th fret, 5th string D, and do a brief arpeggio of major 7. And we're going to come up from 4th fret, 4th string, playing frets 4, 6, and 7, just to finish off that line. Now here's the whole part. Okay, so it's a very cool line. There's a lot of interesting things that happen as you move across with scale tones rather than just doing only finger-picked concepts within chord shapes. Now let's move on to the last line of this second section. It applies some chord inversions this time on an E and D chord where the 3rd chord tone inverts into the lowest note. But it does start very similar with an A major off of open 5th string. And then the chord inversion that happens first will be off of E. This is one of my favorite chord types. We have an E chord that's very similar to your standard D type chord, but we've just moved into 2nd position with it, and we've taken the G sharp, in this case, down into the bottom there with the middle finger. So we have 6th string, 4th fret, G sharp. The index finger takes an E note on the 4th string, 2nd fret. Ring finger takes a B on the 3rd string, 4th fret. And then on top here we have a high E octave at the 5th fret of 2nd string. Very cool sound. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that entire voicing down into a D chord, which is very popular. You'll see this in a lot of Clapton tunes. He likes this chord. 2nd fret F sharp there, open 4th string D. We'll have an A on 2nd fret, 3rd string with a D on top. And then we'll use from the 2nd measure of our previous line, we'll use that guitar run, the lick, to wrap up this line here. So here's how it all fits together, starting at the beginning of this new line. Okay, so very interesting voice leading where we have the bass notes leading down A, G sharp, F sharp, and E. They're right through the scale off those bass notes. Now, the very last section of the tune is just a build-up that we have, traveling from bar chords at 2nd position, F sharp minor, up into G sharp minor. Then we'll have an A major, a B major, and we'll wrap up going from a C sharp minor sound into a B major. And it's just played on all 8th notes in the 6/8 time feel, just like this. And that's everything. Well, I hope you've enjoyed checking out this finger-picking piece. It's not a particularly difficult one, but it does include some nice harmonic movements that I'm sure you'll have fun learning and developing into your guitar playing. An MP3 Jam-Track will be available for this piece with the handout for the video lesson that's titled Rhythm Guitar, Chords from Chart to Neck. And you'll find that on my blog site at andrewwasson.com. Anyway, once again, that's about all the time I have for today. As always, thanks for watching. Have yourself a great week, and I'll catch up with you next time. Bye for now.